Hey everyone! Today's topic is assertiveness, specifically how to be more assertive as an introvert. According to Google's dictionary, being assertive is having or showing a confident and forceful personality. While I agree that in order to be assertive, you certainly have to be confident, I don't believe that you have to be forceful to state your beliefs. The main reason I wanted to share this definition with you today is because I think it relates well to the assumption that most of us have regarding assertiveness. Many of us believe that being assertive is negative, and therefore we avoid being assertive even if it costs us our happiness. We avoid being assertive because we don't want to seem as too aggressive or too harsh, too bossy, or even too pushy. And if you're an introvert and you haven't practiced assertiveness before, I know that this can seem really scary. You may be afraid of being rejected, humiliated, or just extremely frightened to speak up in front of a crowd. I know this from personal experience. While a lot of my current friends cannot believe that I'm an introvert because I can be outgoing sometimes, I still need to dedicate time to recharge after hanging out with some of them, and sometimes I am still afraid to speak up in a crowd. However, ever since I decided to take ownership of my life and stop accepting any beliefs that other people had about me, I have been able to be a lot happier and to accomplish many goals that I once thought were impossible to achieve. You owe it to yourself to be more assertive because it can bring you happiness, success, better relationships with not only your friends, but your family and partner as well. And most importantly, it can help you get the life that you've always been dreaming about. So to help you get there, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips for how to be more assertive. Tip number 1 is get to know your values. Values are the things that you believe are more important to you in life. And this is the foundation to be more assertive because you cannot stand up for your beliefs if you don't even know what they are. Most of us don't know or even understand what is truly important to us. Instead, we focus on what others value. We care a lot about the opinions of our parents, our friends, our co-workers, and it's because of this that it is difficult for us to know when someone may be taking advantage of us or we may need to stand up for ourselves. To figure out your values, you should ask yourself the following questions. What makes you happy? What is important to you? How do you want to be remembered? And when do you feel the most alive? While you do that, start writing down all the words that come to your mind as you're thinking about these questions. This will allow you to see patterns to determine what your core values are. You can also take personality tests to learn more about yourself. I've taken many throughout the year, but my favorite one is called 16 Personalities because not only do they give you a comprehensive analysis of your personality, but they also have pretty cool graphics and it's very easy to use. I also like that they show the famous people who have the same personality type as you. For example, I apparently share the same personality type as MLK, Nelson Mandela, and Mother Teresa. While I think that I'm nowhere near as good as them, I'm certainly flattered that I have the same personality type as these wonderful people. If you would like to take this personality test, I'm going to link the site in my description below, so make sure to check it out. Once you know your core value, the next step is to learn to set boundaries. Boundaries can be used as guidelines for how you want to be treated and can help keep you safe in life. For example, if one of your core values is productivity, you can set a boundary to silence your phone and to close all the social media tabs on your computer whenever you have to work on a deadline. Another boundary can also be to only allow another person to distract you after 1 hour. This way, you're setting guidelines that will help you be more productive. While a lot of our boundaries are made for others to follow, they should also be made for us to follow. We cannot expect someone else to respect our beliefs if we don't even respect them. If when we say that we're going to work on something, but we end up scrolling through social media or watching a show on Netflix, then we're unconsciously telling ourselves that it is okay to not believe what we say because we're most likely going to end up doing something else anyway. So when you're setting up boundaries, make sure to not forget about you because when others see that you respect your values, they may be more inclined to respect them as well. Once you've learned to set boundaries in your life, the next step is to improve your body language. Your body language includes your posture, eye contact, hand gestures, and voice projection. The saying that actions speak louder than words pretty much sums up why it is important to have a positive body language. We are most likely to understand how someone may be feeling through their actions than through what they're saying. So the next time you're in a situation where you're trying to practice assertiveness, make sure to have a good posture. Nothing like this or like this. Just relax your body and try to keep a straight posture. Try to maintain a good eye contact too. Don't look down while you're trying to talk to someone, but also don't be a creep and just look at them without blinking. And if you're in a group setting, make sure you're looking across the room as you're expressing your message. Also, try to keep your hand gestures close to your stomach or to the sides of your body. If you come from a country where it's normal to make a lot of hand movements as you're talking, this may be really difficult for you. But until you know whether or not the person that you're talking to is used to this, you should keep your hand gestures at a minimum, because some people may see this as aggressive. Lastly, remember to project your voice in a clear and loud way. You may have to adjust your voice based on your natural volume, but make sure that it's not too loud where it sounds like you're yelling, or too low where it sounds like you're whispering. My next tip is closely related to your body language because it involves the movement of your body, but I wanted to make it a separate tip because if at any point you're unable to have a positive body language when talking to someone, you should at least try to stay calm. It is important to stay calm during discussions so the other party doesn't become defensive and the whole thing turns into an argument. To help you stay calm, you can do the following. First, prepare yourself. Organize your ideas and identify the best arguments that support them. This preparation can be used like a cheat sheet for the future, which will help you be way more confident about any future discussion. Second, during the discussion, try to keep a good talking pace. If you start speaking too fast, you can lose track of your point, and it may seem like you're yelling, which can make the other person shut down or become aggressive. At the same time, you don't want to speak too slow because you could lose the other person's attention, which could then make you angry. Thirdly, to help you with your talking pace, you could practice deep breathing. If you find yourself getting aggravated during a discussion with a person, you can try deep breathing right away, or if you need a couple minutes, you can just let the other person know that you need some time to step away before you can continue with the conversation. Lastly, try to stay within the topic. If you try to focus on more than one topic during a discussion, your brain may get overwhelmed, which can then aggravate you, and then you will aggravate the person that you're talking to, and the whole discussion may turn into a big argument or a fight. My last tip, which can also help you stay calm, is to have empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand the feelings of others, which can give you leverage to get what you want because it could help you identify what the other person may want out of the discussion and that you may be able to give in exchange of something. This is not to say that you should pretend to understand someone just to get your way, because sometimes people put up a facade and they may be hurting more than we know. Having empathy will also allow you to be more flexible, which can help you have a healthier conversation, because when the other person sees that you have an open mind, they may be more open as well. But I also want to point out that just because a lot of people share one belief, if this belief is not within your core values, you don't need to accept it. Sometimes we tend to accept things based on the amount of people that tell us the same thing. But when in doubt, trust your gut. Your gut will guide you on when you should be flexible and when you shouldn't be. Which brings me to the end. Remember that in order to get the life of your dreams, you have to practice assertiveness. This skill alone has changed my life in so many ways, and I hope it can change yours too. Question of the day: when was the last time you thought you should have spoken up but you didn't? And why? If it's not too personal, let me know in the comments below. Maybe I've experienced the same thing and I can help you make it better for the next time. As always, thank you so much for watching my video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel if you're new here, like and share this video if you found it helpful, and let me know what other topics you would like me to cover. Bye!